Yo, what it is? What's up, beautiful human beings? How you feeling today? You feeling okay? How are you on that scale from 1 to 100? Hope you're doing good wherever you happen to be in the entire beautiful universe. My name is Zohab Khan. Thank you so much for clicking on those videos and seeing this face. Today, I thought I would share 6 of my favorite tips of how I keep my tech time in check. Especially at a time like this, we're using a lot of technology. We really got a lot of phones and screens and this and that in our faces. Technology is incredible. It really has helped our connectivity. I'm using technology right now, but it's also important to take a break. And I thought I would summarize an article that I wrote a little while ago for the cool people over at ABC Life. Amazing human beings over there. So here are my 6 favorite tech time free tips. Tip number 1 is tech free mornings. I like to keep my first 30 minutes of my day for me. That's it. It means no smartphone, no laptop, no music, no external influences. It's about me and my internal influences, right? It's about what I dreamt about last night. It's what I'm churning in my brain. It's finding that connectivity with myself. And the reason that I want to maintain a self-time for that first 30 minutes or so in my morning is because I want to maintain a proactive frame of mind, or proactive thinking rather than reactive thinking. And without going into too much detail, reactive thinking is when your brain is thrown into a problem-solving frame. So when you get an external influence, whether that be something you're scrolling on your phone, whether that be something with, viruses going around the world, or politicians, or even what's happened to your friend today, or whatever it is, your brain gets kicked into a problem-solving reactive frame. What I like to do is maintain a proactive frame, especially for that first little section of my day. It sets me up for the rest of my day. It allows me to be proactive and to plan my day and let it go the way that I want it, rather than be reactive and go with the whims of my emotions and go with the whims of what the external influences are in the world. So tech-free morning, number 1. Number 2. Number 2 is no phones at the table. Nah. No phones at the table means no phones at the table. Whenever I have lunch or dinner or food with my friends, what I like to implement, it doesn't work every time because some of my mates are like, nah man, go away. Or some people you may not know well enough to be like, here are my rules. But as a general rule, when I'm with my closer friends, what we like to do is put our phones in the middle of the table, in a stack, not too high, otherwise it falls down, but phones in a stack, and the first person to touch that before the bill comes has to pay the bill for the food for everybody on the table. It allows that disconnect time, have that connection with another human time, and it's something that's worked really well in my life. I've got a few free meals out of it. I've never had to pay any meals. Number 3 is switch off time. I try to give myself switch off time during my day, and that means when I throw my phone into airplane mode and just disconnect with the world for a little bit, close my eyes, even if it's for 5-10 minutes, and just meditate. I'm big on meditation. If you don't meditate, I would suggest taking it up, but if you don't know how to, apps are great, but also just stop, breathe, check in on yourself. What's going on in your body? How are your fingers doing today? When was the last time you thought about your earlobes? And just breathe, let thoughts come and go. And that's a great way to just disconnect from technology for a little bit and reconnect with yourself. Number 4, limit your tech time before bed. In 90 minutes before I go to bed, I cut off my technology use. That's easier said than done sometimes. Sometimes you just really like writing those emails, or doing some writing, or watching a movie. 90 minutes before I go to bed, limit that blue light that I'm consuming. Try to even dim the lights around my house so that I'm not getting too much light in my face, because it really can mess up your circadian rhythms, and that means you don't get as good sleep. And when you don't get as good sleep, it affects so many different parts of your life. Sleep is something that I really, really, really value, and I realize that technology is there to help you, not harm you. And that's why when you've got that temptation of, man, I really want to play on my phone right now when I'm in bed, let it go for a little bit, connect with yourself, let your brain do its imagination thing. So no tech time before bed. Pwah. Number 5 is ask a stranger. Rather than Googling everything, have a conversation about it. Rather than Googling directions, go ask a stranger about it, then double check the directions, because sometimes they will give you the wrong directions. But ask a stranger. I love having conversations with strangers about random facts. I'm like, hey, do you happen to know what the population of Monaco is? Sparking random conversations with strangers is something that I find personally a lot of pleasure in. I really enjoy it. It's something that I've cultivated in my personality. It's not something that naturally necessarily came to me because we're taught stranger danger and all those kinds of things. But I love talking to strangers. Kids, don't talk to strangers. But asking people's opinions on random facts is always something I enjoy. Obviously, respect people's boundaries and limits, but that's a great way to limit my tech time rather than being so reliant on, Googling things or mapping things or whatever. You get outside your brain a little bit as well. So they are my 6 favorite tech time minimization tips and stuff that I try to implement in my life. And let me know if you've implemented similar things in your life or you plan on trying those down in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching this video. For me, this was all about being able to spend more time with myself and being able to be good to the human being that you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Pwah, pwah, pwah.